Hey everyone, I'm here today with Sara Lord. She's an executive consultant on my extended team, and Sara lives in Salmon Arm, British Columbia. Welcome, Sara.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining me today. So tell us a little bit about yourself before you started with Epicure, what was going on then, and why you decided to join Epicure in December of last year.
For sure. So December of 2019, I sold the business that I was running with my mom, just to be able to stay at home with my kids. I have 3 kids. And so to be able to stay at home with them and, you know, try to make my life a little bit less hectic than it was, because it was pretty hectic when I had my business. I went a little stir crazy because then the pandemic hit and I couldn't get out. We weren't allowed to go anywhere. So I went from having a very social life to absolutely none at all. And I found myself actually cooking meals all day long. That's what I did to try to get through the first few months of the pandemic. When I was introduced to Epicure, it was in December of 2020, and I was invited to a party. And so I decided to join. I just decided to go for it. I then was able to introduce Epicure to my family, which was a really big deal because my husband has struggled in the past with a lot of preservatives in his food. And those, just everything affected him badly. He had a very weak stomach. I was able to be a little bit more conscious about what we were eating and what I was bringing into our house. So it's been really great to be a part of Epicure.
Nice. And I remember you mentioned that your husband had some health issues going on. So how has Epicure helped with your meal prep and helping with those issues that he had in some of the dietary areas?
So Epicure has their never ever list, and the never ever list, what's on it is like all your preservatives, your sodiums, your any sort of fillers or artificial flavors, artificial colors. There's so many things on this list to try to make sure that Epicure is the healthiest and the best it can be. So since starting with Epicure, he hasn't had any problems. He hasn't had any issues with the stomach. Even as something as simple as mac and cheese for my daughter, even she has always struggled with, if I was to make a different type of mac and cheese for her, it wouldn't work out because her stomach would constantly yell at her and say, this isn't okay. And she knew that at 5. So starting like with Epicure, she can eat the mac and cheese now and be totally comfortable and enjoy it thoroughly. So it's made a huge impact on our lives in the
That's
fact
awesome.
everybody
Yeah.
can eat well.
Right on. And you can make your meals in 20 minutes
Yes.
now, so and sometimes 10 or 15. So cool. That's amazing. That's so awesome to hear when Epicure is helping with the health of someone. This is so important, especially with Epicure being gluten-free and nut-free and free of those preservatives and artificial things that we can't even pronounce. So that's awesome that it's been a help in your family that way. So with Epicure, we have something called the Fast Start to Success, and that's for all consultants in their first 3 months of business. And you had a very successful Fast Start to Success. So want to tell us a little bit about some of the perks and cash bonuses that you earned?
Yeah, thanks. It was wonderful. I first looked at the Fast Start and I thought it looked a little daunting. It felt like a lot of parties crammed into 3 months. But when I actually worked my way through it, it was fantastic. It was super easy. The Fast Start to Success also gave me a lot of opportunity to provide my family with so much more than we already were. We were able to go skiing a lot this winter, and that's honestly thanks to the bonuses that I got through the Fast Start program. I did have 3 more consultants join me, and so because of that, I earned more bonuses. So every little bit helps, and it's my financial situation has been great ever since I joined.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
helping out in the kitchen and helping in the wallet. So I was like, great to hear. That's awesome. So happy that Epicure is helping in so many ways for you and your family, and that you're able to extend that to your customers and your hosts and your growing team, which is amazing. You have an amazing team of top consultants. So congratulations on all your accomplishments, and thanks for sharing with us today.
Thank you, Christine. Thanks for having me.